All right, Zach, you settled? All right, guys. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Truths YouTube page for another AEW recap. This one being a Christmas recap. We'll start with the man to my right. That is the Tito's Chugger, the extraordinary human himself. That is Mr. Zach Liller.
What up, y'all?
And then we got the man, the myth, the legend underneath in the most normal-looking room I've ever seen this human being sitting in. That is Papa C. That is Courtland.
Yes, sir. This is the old lady's room, you know what I mean?
Oh, I get
it's her
it.
room.
I understand.
I just sleep in it.
And for the first time in 6 years, I spent Christmas alone. You don't know how hard it is being Mike Klinsky. Fellas, firstly, Merry Christmas to y'all. I hope you had a good one with your loved ones.
Yes.
We had Holiday Bash Night 2 from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Kakalaki. Excalibur welcomes us in, and we get right to it, really. We get right into Jungle Boy versus Isaiah Cassidy. This was set up to be a really good match. Jeff, I see in the chat, Merry Christmas, Merry Hookmas. We'll get to that. Cassidy is super entertaining, and Jungle Boy has been crushing his matches on the back half of 2021. As far as I know, Mark Quinn is hurt, so Private Party is kind of in like this weird limbo spot. So it's good to see Isaiah, staying busy. This was cool.
It's cool that they're not cutting them.
For sure. Like,
Straight
they
up.
could easily just be like, yeah, we don't have anything for you, see ya. But, like, they're giving
Sorry, guys. We'll see you when you're
Isaiah...
not hurt.
Yeah, they're giving him a way to stay busy, which is cool.
Yeah, it's sweet.
This was fun. Nothing really to write home about. I could have sworn that we were getting the end of the HFO and, like, the Big Money Matt, and we were just going to get Matt Hardy again, seeing as his tweets were all sorts of all over the place. But it looks like we're still continuing the HFO, which I guess is fine, whatever. We got some outside shenanigans between HFO and Jungle Express and Christian. After a great match, Jungle Boy wins via snare trap. Zach, what did you go on this?
I put 2.5. I liked the match, dude. It was sick. I think Jungle Boy impresses me every time just because he's a bit of a nut with doing his jump off the rope and shit. Like, I fuck with Jungle Boy. I'm a fan. I think Zay can roll with him, you know what I'm saying? I think that
For sure.
both of them are like very matched styles, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Courtland.
I gave it 2 3/4. Actually, I enjoyed the match. I don't think it's really anything to run home about.
Agreed.
But like Zach said, just to piggyback off of him, they do really work great together. Even everybody on the outside of the ring played their role in this match.
Let's get to mention that too.
It just kind of rolled off the tongue, It kind of went exactly the way it was supposed to. No hiccups, no problems. So yeah, man, I enjoyed it 2 3/4.
Love it, man. I went 2.5. It was exactly what it really needed to be. It didn't extend or like overstay its welcome. I thought it just delivered in what it needed to be, and it was a great opener.
Got straight to it.
I will say that the Greensboro crowd for Rampage seemed a little hotter than they did for Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken. But
like in a mad way, or
in a
what?
good way. And like they were really excited for Rampage. We jumped in, and I'll get to what really set me off for that. But we jumped to the commentary booth with Excalibur, Taz, and Ricky Starks. Ricky essentially cuts a promo on Dante Martin, saying that he won't be screwing Team Taz over any longer. Are y'all excited for the potential of a Ricky Starks Dante Martin match?
Is Ricky healthy? Is my question.
He had a really bad neck injury, right?
Yeah, like that's why he hasn't been in the ring like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was just brought in for Brian Cage, and that's all they had for him. Sorry.
I saw some shit like when he first got hurt. I don't remember what it. I think it might have been Cody Rhodes' show after Dynamite, and they were like, Ricky's fucking got a fucked up neck, but we still got him out there every week somehow, one way or another, and I think that's fucking sweet.
Yeah, super super cool.
Because if it were the competition, I think they would have been like, goodbye, buddy.
Oh, well, good thing that we're an AEW podcast right now, an AEW live show.
Not to bring up the competition, but
Courtland, how did you feel about the potential of Starks versus Martin?
I like the potential of it. They're both great athletes. I feel like they only benefit from one another. However, I feel like Martin has just had so much momentum against a lot of big names, and it's not to take away from Ricky Starks as like that he can't hang with the best. But I feel like at this point, Ricky needs this more than Dante does. And I feel like the way that they could go about it could potentially be really cool, or it could just seem like they're still doing the underdog thing with Martin. And like, that's just not the case anymore, right? Like you see him being one of the top athletes in pro wrestling, especially this is his rookie year. Am I right?
He's still so young, man.
AEW, right?
Yeah, for AEW for sure.
To me, it's still his rookie year. I'll just say that. And I mean,
what indies did he work with before?
He was a GCW guy. He did a lot of stuff with them. It was weird. We were at the Chicago events. We went to Art of War Games, and we looked to our left, and Dante Martin and Marco Stunt are just chilling, like maybe 5 people down from us.
So cool.
Yeah, just like they're definitely like guys that came from smaller promotions, and like GCW, man. Not to talk about any other competition, like I said, AEW focus, but GCW has established himself very much as a number 3 promotion, and even 8 months ago it wasn't that way, right? They really got put on the map when they brought Mox back. They've been making a lot of noise since, so good for them.
The Cardona Nick Gage thing, I feel like all of it is just made GCW very, very, as you said, third promotion.
They're that third promotion for sure.
High-end third promotion, yeah.
For sure. I love the idea of Ricky Starks, Dante Martin. My worry is if Starks doesn't perform well, he is on the cusp of being forgotten about. And he was a guy that had a hard time with like the mic when he was in Charlotte last. And so there's already been hiccups with Ricky Starks, and it just makes me a little nervous moving forward. But he is certainly somebody that has a ton of potential. They showed that
that's just one of those things with. That's just one of those things with a city like Charlotte. Like, you can't fuck a promo up in Charlotte.
You're probably a little nervous in North Carolina, bro.
Yeah, the mic was so. Were you there that night, Zach, or no?
Yeah,
the mic was so low, and it was just like, we can't hear you chants erupted in Charlotte, and I was like, oh, this is bad. They're gonna eat him alive here, man. Not a good spot for that to happen. They show the next match graphic, and the Greensboro crowd goes fucking ape shit, man, with very loud with "We want Hook" chants. What a fucking icon!
Immediately like fucking loved in AEW, like how Hook has just been fucking loved.
Like the only thing, because I went to a lot of pandemic shows, the only thing I can liken it to would be like Fuego before he got signed, but even that is a fraction of what Hook has gotten.
Yeah, and it didn't really last with Fuego.
Yeah, he got signed, and now what? You know?
And now what?
Also, the stories are very different. Like you said, now he's signed, and what? Like Hook's been signed for Jump. Hook's been chilling, and they've just kind of been shown.
It's just been a send Hook scenario, bud.
Single week, and everyone's just waiting, and it happens, and it's actually good. It's not where it's like, not to bring up competition, but like, what else is there compared to? Like, it's like what we saw with Omos, you know? It's like,
that man
you did fine. Yeah, like you did fine once it got there, but like, was it really the blow off that everyone like wanted? Like, Hook was a surprise, a genuine like, holy shit, that kid is a wrestler.
Yeah. Jordan, Anna, I see you guys, or Belle, I'm sorry, I see you both in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Merry Christmas, Merry Hookmas, whatever you want to call it.
Merry Hookmas, chat.
Yeah, dude, Hook is a fucking bona fide superstar. True. It's crazy, man.
Number one in shirt sales immediately. Like, I just feel like not only is his push working, but he's doing it for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so hard.
Having the time of his life, dude.
Exactly, dude.
We come back from commercial to a Miro promo. Miro said a few things that stuck out to me. He essentially said that he's coming back. It was super sick. This purgatory Miro that we're getting in these promos, like in the white room with no walls. Yes.
Psycho.
He said a few things that stuck out to me. His whole thing was like he was returning with no flaws, and he was coming back, and he was going to show like that he was, you know, a flawless champion, right? He said a few things though. He said, "You didn't cast me from my heaven, you kept me from my home." He also said, redemption doesn't come with a smile, it comes with a price, and you will either feel the joy of my cruelty or the shame in yours. And I was like, man, listen, people shit on Miro for his best man stuff, but Miro the Redeemer, Miro the Redeemer fucking rules, y'all. Like, Miro the Redeemer is sick.
Correct me if I'm wrong. At the end of it, he said, you're going to hear the word of the Redeemer, or did he say the world of the Redeemer?
The word. His whole thing is, and that was the word of the Redeemer. So, like, that's all.
Him saying word of the Redeemer, I was like, yo, I believe you, motherfucker.
Yeah, if you haven't seen, like, all of Miro's promo work being the Redeemer, go watch them. They're so fucking fun.
I have, and I feel like at first I was kind of questionable on his promos just because, like, I don't know, I just wasn't hyped on it, I guess. But the more and more he goes, the more I'm like, yo, this man can cut a promo. Straight up.
Like, Belle said that they didn't do the promo. Belle was at the Greensboro show. She said that they didn't do the promo at the show, so that she got to see it live tonight. And they also didn't have Hook shirts at the show. That'll change soon. That's money just that they're not capitalizing on.
I feel like their merch situation has been kind of fucked for live shows.
It's not been so bad, really.
Well, at least when we went to Charlotte, dude, I went up to the table and the two shirts that were up there looked like fucking
dog shit
out designs. looked like tap out designs, and I was pissed. And I was like, let me get 2 pins, I guess.
All right, I hear you. Well, we leave the promo and we have Hook coming out to Action Bronson. The place is still chanting, "We want Hook," like through the break. He comes down. I'm just stunned at how quickly he blew up. We see Tony Nese in the crowd, and Taz responds with, "Yep, there's Tony Nese, and he can keep watching," which I thought was funny. They might have been hot. Like, the crowd might have been hotter for this match than they were for the 6-man tag main event at Dynamite.
Yeah.
Like, they were fucking hot.
I mean, it's like new, fresh shit seeing Hook, you know what I'm saying? People want that new fucking vibe from a, like, young guy, I feel.
It was shocking. There was a point where Bear Bronson hits, like, a set-out pile driver, and then Hook no-sells the fucking thing.
No-sold it.
No-sold it. I jumped out of my seat, and I was like, oh, shit! Like, I was so excited.
He even fixed his hair. He stood up and was like,
I put that in my nose.
I was like, you
so
motherfucker.
Tough. All caps. Hook no-sold a fucking sit-out pile driver.
And then directly after that, he hit what I'm going to call a clothesline from hell, and I went APA?
Fucking clothesline.
APA? Yeah, snug as it gets. Dude.
I mean, good Lord.
He landed a beautiful Northern Lights and that high collar suplex.
I thought he killed him. I thought he killed him.
Yeah, you cannot land a high collar suplex better than that. For a guy that's not saying that Hook is small, because I don't want to say that he's small. He's smaller than
Bear Bronson. I mean,
Bear Bronson's are there, and he just picked this man up literally from underneath his arm and his collarbone and threw him over his head.
Just straight up dumped his ass.
That dude is twice his size, and he just threw him around a ring. Like, threw him around the ring.
How much do you think that How much do you think Taz is in the ring with him as far as outside of TV?
Probably a lot, right? You probably have a lot of those dudes from the Nightmare Factory, like QT and Cody, like helping him along too. Because wasn't that the thing? Like he was a Nightmare guy, right? That was part of Cody's promo one time. He was like, he's in the ring, like the ring training with me, not you. I could have sworn.
Yeah. That is true.
Right? So he's probably a Nightmare guy, which is fine, right? Which is fine. He's definitely the best of the bunch so far. Anthony Ogogo, kind of a bum. Then you have Nick Camarado. You're going to tell me that's your guy? Fuck you. Whatever his dorky teammate's name is. Like, it's just a bunch of dark guys. And then you have Hook. Like, what?
It is a bunch of dark guys.
You have Jordan in the chat saying Bear still looked like a beast, even with that no-sell, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Bear Country does jack shit for me, man. Like, I just couldn't care less, man. I truly couldn't care less.
I feel like
I'm sure individually, though, they could do great things. They have a great physique. Their stamina is really well for how big they are.
I love the big boy, man.
Yeah, and I feel like individually they could do something great. However, this weird thing that's going on here, it's like kind of what we've seen all the time in multiple other promotions. It's like the two big guys that get together, they wear the crazy ass entrance, and they have a ridiculous ass name because they're big.
Yeah.
And then they just beat these men up, but like nothing really ever comes of these big guys beating up the face. You know what I mean? Like we don't ever get an outcome of it.
Right.
You know, it never
just
feels
they're
like
there.
it truly pays off.
Yeah, they're just there. Just to be there.
Because like what do you get out of it? It's a whole lot of nothing.
To be honest, I feel like he was kind of put in a bit of a squash match tonight for a reason. You know?
Yeah.
He's just enhancement talent number 3. Local talent, whatever the fuck it is on that billboard, like the board in the back.
While we're talking about Hook, and before we get to the rating on this match, who do you guys want to see Hook's first big match against?
Dude, that's a great question.
That's a great
Do you
question.
think he needs to face somebody like a Eddie Kingston or somebody like CM Punk? Or
what do those guys do for him right now, though?
I was going to say, I want him to go against somebody that's going to put him...
I feel like Eddie Kingston could do a whole lot for him.
I just think Eddie Kingston is like a let me fight, and I feel like that's the one thing that you need to avoid with Hook right now is like giving him just like a fist fight, right? Because that's what the two matches have felt like, right? I hate to be that guy, right?
Tonight was the first night that we saw Hook sell anything,
sell a little bit, right?
He no-sold fucking pile driver, but
right?
No-sell a fucking pile driver.
Dude, the first person that jumps out in my brain, I hate to be that way, but like Sammy Guevara, like thinking of what those guys could do, like that's exciting to me, man. Like Sammy could put on for Hook and like make Hook look great.
Do you think that the TNT title would need to be in at least the picture of like, even if they're not competing for it, just to like maybe give Hook a little bit more like, damn, he's fucking going against the champ right now, you know?
No, Hook is a guy that you could protect for a long while without a title.
Yeah, yeah.
People love that motherfucker. Like, what's the point of putting a title on him, right?
And I wasn't saying like immediately put it on.
Yeah, like if a title doesn't need it in the picture, if it's already over hot with the crowd, it's going to be that way. Introducing a title a lot of times when you think it could help the feud, a lot of times it does not, in my opinion.
Jordan said Darby.
That could be fucking sweet.
Yeah, man, because he's just going to fucking drop Darby on his head 20 times, and then he's going to no-sell a fucking... He's going to no-sell a coffin drop from, like, the entrance fucking...
Jeff Hardy fucking coffin drop off the top. Holy shit.
He's just going to stand, or, like, catch him in all.
Catch him in the red room. That's how you finish that match. That's sick. We just booked it. Fucking who cares? Let's get through this match, though. We had the no-sell, then he gets up, hits that mega stiff clothesline, hits a couple suplexes, then just destroys Bear Bronson with some cross faces, locks in the red room for the submission victory. Courtland, what'd you go on this?
I gave it a solid 3 stars. I enjoyed it.
Love that. Zach, what'd you go?
Gave it 3 stars, straight up.
Badass. I went 3 as well. I'm having so much fun with Hook matches, man. And I love
watching him.
I was like, man, this is about to be mega corny. Like he's gonna come in and suck. And dude, I love it. He is so fun to watch. And I'm glad that he is not relegated to Dark or Elevation. Like you see him on national television, and it's sick. Jordan said those crossfaces look nasty as hell too. I mean, dude, the clothesline started that whole sequence, and that motherfucker was stiff. He hit him so hard. I was like, oh man. Jesus.
He's tough, dude. Yeah,
dude,
he's tough, man.
Super tough. My favorite thing about Hook is that he played lacrosse. And that dude just doesn't scream. He doesn't scream lacrosse to me, though. It's super funny. I went and actually made some food because I actually had some Christmas plate brought to me. Was there anything in between the Hook match and then starting the next match? Do we have anything at all?
Not that I saw.
Eddie Kingston and 2.0 had like did like a promo package for it. It wasn't really like one person cutting a promo against the other. It was kind of like they said something in this promo once and he said this thing and this is how we're wrapping it up.
Okay.
I'm kind of ready for this to move on. I want Eddie Kingston to get out of this 2.0 thing. And it's not against them because I genuinely do think they're funny. I think that a lot of their work on being the elite is some of the funniest shit on there. Just because the personalities of them are just insane.
They're over the top.
Like those aren't guys you just see daily and they're just out of this world fucking minds of pro wrestling. Like they're great at it. But I want this to move along. I want it to get to its either tipping point or go ahead and just fucking kill it.
Yeah.
Because it's not doing anything, it just being in a promo over and over again and me not getting a whole lot out of it.
Yeah, like, what's the payoff?
Fair.
Jordan said, I want to see more Daniel Garcia. That dude's impressive. Daniel Garcia, man, had has had a quick few months. AEW or GCW did a few events for the collective in April, and then all of a sudden he's signed to AEW, and he's wrestling CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. Like, what? And John Moxley too. Let's not forget Mox. Like, what the fuck, dude? I think that like Kingston is kind of in this weird purgatory because it definitely seemed like we were aiming toward, like, the trajectory of John Moxley was going toward a heel turn, right? That's what we were probably going to get at Full Gear, was like Danielson, Mox, and like this like tweener versus Danielson being like the great good guy who just came in having the time of his life. And we're probably going to get a heel turn from Mox, which in turn probably pulls Eddie with him, because them as a heel tag team, give me that shit all day long.
Yeah, my money.
And
Big
so
money for that one.
Obviously, Moxley's mental health and his physical health is more important than any wrestling storyline. But I think that derailed what Eddie Kingston was going to do. So it feels like this was just kind of pieced together really quick, just to move him along, just until Mox gets back, which hopefully happens sooner than later. But take all the time you need, John. Again, all that shit is way more important than me watching you on television, truly. Then, thank you for filling that blank in for me, Courtland. We move into Chris Statlander versus Layla Hirsch. This was fine. Again, not a match that I'm like, yep, this was fucking excellent. But it was solid. Hirsch is somebody that I've wanted to see more of character-wise for a while. She just comes out and just does like a fist pump and like, yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm just going to wrestle fuck this person to death and dump them on their head a few times, and I might win, I might lose, but that's what you're getting.
I feel like she could roll with Statlander though for tonight for sure.
For sure, yeah. It was a good match. She is one of those people that will match whoever she's in the ring with, right? So if you put her in with somebody that's super green, like an Anna Jay, I hate to shit on Anna Jay. I love Anna Jay, but like Anna Jay has a lot of refinement to do. Oh, there goes Zach. And then like she's gonna be green, right? She'll look green, but like Statlander wrestles pretty damn well, right? Has had some really good matches. So like Hirsch was able to match that. Statlander wins this via a spider crab submission, which looked real tough. She goes to shake Layla's hand after, and she slaps it away and walks out to an audible groan from the crowd. Courtland, how'd you feel about this? Did you have anything else to add to it? Anything that stuck out in this match for you?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this match a lot, man. This is, to be honest, probably my favorite match on this card. I think that both of these women worked really snug together. I think that all their stuff just looked really all right. There's nothing about this match that I would take away from it. Sure. I think that it's a really good women's match for the hour program that they have. Chris Statlander just keeps getting better and better. And like you said, Hirsch getting like a little bit of identity behind her and a little bit of a persona. It just makes me enjoy this match even more.
Feels like she's about to get a push.
Yeah, like the slap in the face in the middle of the match, the slap of the hand at the end. I mean, they just pulled out all the stops. Leah had an amazing moonsault spot in this match, and what was the other thing I wrote down? That spider crab finish from Chris Statlander. It just looks awesome, man. There's not a whole lot that I can hate on this match, but I gave it 2 3/4. Even though I gave the main event higher.
You enjoyed this more
just because of like the speculation of it all and like the spectacle, I'll say. Because it's crazy, but yeah, man, I enjoyed this match 2 3/4. High praise. Hell yeah for both of them.
Real quick, Jeff said, Team Taz needs a female on the team. Layla fits the bill.
100%.
Yeah, fair.
She's 4'11", and I could fully believe her dumping me on my fucking head. You know what I mean? Like, she's kind of a fucking tough person.
All of our asses.
For sure, right?
At one time.
Let's get her doing some fucking high collar suplexes.
Right?
Fuck.
Straight up.
Zach, I went 2.5 on this. I enjoyed it for what it was, but again, not something that I'm excited to rewatch or like I'm gonna put on down the road, right? Like it's just it was good. Yeah. Zach, what'd you go on it?
I gave it 2.5. It was solid. I've been really, really, really trying to give more credit to the women's division because I kind of just previously I was just like, man, I'm just fucking not that entertained. But watching every week as much as I have, I've really been trying to give a good effort towards the women's division. And this was a good representation, I think, of what's to come in the company.
Yeah.
And it was a great match. Both of them can go together, which is fucking cool. I think that Statlander is a fucking boss, straight up.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see some cool shit from her later on down the road. But I gave it 2.5, man. I mean, it was straight. And I'm trying to give the women's division as much of a fucking, like, I'm paying attention as I can, seriously.
Yeah, you're selling yourself short if you're not paying attention, straight up. Like,
100%.
Some of the best wrestling on AEW, in my opinion, has been some of the women's matches. Like, the main events that they've put together. The main event women matches that they have put together for Dynamite Rampage, like, dude, it's hard to find any company or any other matches that hold up to the pressure that these women put on themselves to be in that time slot and to deliver what they're delivering. No other company is putting that much pressure on them, you know, not to take away from Impact, because like Impact, I'll talk about like in our year-end review for Up and Over this week.
Quick plug.
Baby.
Like, I think Impact's done really well this year. And like 5 years ago, if you would have told me that Impact Wrestling would still be in the conversation in 2022 with another promotion, like honestly, 2 huge new promotions that have come up into that top 3 spot that we were talking about earlier. Impact Wrestling just to be in the running. Like, you think about the names that are over there right now.
Yeah.
It's really hard to look at that roster and be like, oh, that's a bad wrestling. Like, you're wrong. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just,
I just wish that they ran
to the way they program it.
Yeah, I wish they ran larger venues, man. Like when they had Jay White come out, it felt like nobody gave a fuck because it was like 100 people.
You have Suzuki. You have Suzuki come in a room, and like that was probably the biggest pop for Impact this year, I think. And I mean, like, how many people were there?
That's true.
You know,
probably can't afford it.
They're corporate back, baby. Anthem or whatever. Before we go any further, I just want to pause real quick. Let's give a special shout out to the man, the myth, the legend that's missing, who's now in chat, Sir Ethan Lewis, our Cadillac Cowboy himself. Merry Christmas to you and yours. And we miss you this week, bud. Also, just want to, quickly show off this shirt, the Fuck Hulk Hogan shirt. It's a very tough one.
Fuck Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a lot of mean shit to say about him, but I'll keep it nice.
Yeah, you really are selling yourself short. I
got a Mongoloid shirt that says, "Is anybody feeling me?" and it's Hulk Hogan, but I'm never gonna wear a Hulk Hogan shirt. So if you want a Mongoloid's Time Trials Hulk Hogan shirt, hit me up. I'll sell that shit.
Throw it in the garbage.
Let me know, bro. I'll take it from you. I'll figure out something to do with his face. It's fine. Yeah, like, I feel like if you don't watch the women's matches in AEW, like, they might not be the greatest at times, right? You might see some rough matches. Like, it does happen. But the effort that they put in those matches, dude, it's unparalleled for sure. Like, you really are selling yourself short. Just take the time and watch those matches a little bit more, like, attentively, and I feel like you'll enjoy that women's division a lot more.
And I have 100%.
Good.
I take on some Britt Baker and Ty Conti matches. Especially
anybody that I like, it's been Britt Baker. I mean, I know that.
Dude, Ty Conti is the fucking truth in the future, though. Truly,
is the truth, man.
Yeah, Ty Conti is dope.
And they worked together at the last pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken.
They did, and Ty looked like a fucking superstar.
Yeah, man,
Love
it just
that.
looked fucking great. They both made each other look fucking fantastic. Not enough great things to say about it. I went on a whole 10-minute rant about how great it was on Up and Over, but Casey Gordo deleted it. So
I hope he's here lurking. I'm hoping so hard he's here lurking. Fuck you, Casey, for deleting that shit.
oh man, I was so mad.
Oh, dude, he said it was a mess. I don't even want to talk about it. It was something we'll talk about later.
We love you.
We love you, Casey. God fucking bless. We immediately jump back to the back. And Mark Henry interviewing Cody Rhodes, Arne Anderson, and Sammy Guevara. Arne takes Cody's side of the promo, which I thought was interesting. He essentially says that, in a way, Sammy hasn't been showing him the respect of an elder, essentially, by calling him Mr. Anderson.
What?
Yeah, it was just a little weird. And he said that Sammy should be worried going into a match with someone as pissed off as Cody should be. And that if he's not pissed off, then he'll never be. Toy Bandit, really quick. Toy Bandit said, I see a lot of Lita in the hot home wrecker, and Ty the hot home wrecker. We're not going to call her a hot home wrecker here, but sorry about that. But Ty Conti, Lita, maybe. Who knows, right?
That's because of the Sammy shit?
Yeah, dude, it's all bullshit.
Is that really still happening?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, man. It's fine. Maybe AEW should start like a bite this and just have I don't know, Sammy's ex-fiance coming or whatever, right?
No,
that's
I think that I'm just going to touch on one thing about it. Like, yeah, us as fans and mega fans that even do these fucking dumbass podcasts where we just talk about pro wrestling, we gotta separate ourselves from the show and the entertainment that we're seeing and the spectacle that we witness and take that for what it is. Tay Conti is not that person, and Sammy Guevara is not that person outside of the ring. And they have their own personal lives, and you just have to accept that shit and just respect it. Speculation and shitting on someone for a rumor is
weird.
Ridiculous.
Weirdo shit.
You know, especially when like people like make the comments like about Lita, and like, dude, I can get it, like all the Lita comments, you know, but like there's difference between where Lita admitted to adultery and then someone where it's literally just a rumor and fully speculation, you know, like you're shitting on someone's career and saying a lot of hateful things over something and someone you don't even know.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
was just raised to mind my own business, and I don't give a shit what's happening outside of the TV show, aside from, you know, like serious shit. But like that's just so unimportant to me.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Like it doesn't matter if they are.
It's weird.
Yeah, I could give a shit. No offense to whoever said that. Also, I didn't mean to just shit on your opinion, but
yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying.
It's a shitty take, dude.
It's weird.
Such a shitty take.
It's weird. Sammy gives a good bit of fire back in his side of the promo, saying that he thanks Cody for building the company, but that he was going to be the one carrying the company the next few years. He also then calls him kiddo is what he called him.
Yeah,
super.
Yeah,
tough.
but he says that he said something like carrying the company just like I'm going to carry you in this match.
Oh, that's hard.
It was hard, yeah.
That's super tough. And then we get Mark Henry with his it's time for the main event, which I think the crowd loves more than anything here. We get Cody Rhodes.
And I've seen that he's added on to it. He has now said, like, leading into it every time he says, well, it seems like there's been enough talk.
Yeah.
Or like, well,
it's
that's
good stuff.
Enough talk.
It's time. Time for talking's over. It's time for the main event.
And he's trying to stop everyone. He's like, guys.
Yeah, when he starts to yell, it's like, yes.
Yeah.
We're so close, right? So close to like a House of Pain Mark Henry, right? Like we're that close. We get Sammy Guevara defending the TNT Championship against Cody Rhodes in the main event. Cody gets his glamorous entrance to come out with, and then you also get
that shit.
all right, hold on real quick, bro. This Toy Bandit guy just keeps fucking talking, saying stupid shit in the chat. He said, I guess Brody's death was unimportant to you then. We're not about to fucking compare something as ridiculous as a potential I broke up with this girl to be with another person over somebody dying. This is the last that I'm going to fucking pay attention to you because it's a dumb fucking thing for you to even pay attention on.
Get shit on, bro.
regardless. So now I'm at the point of saying, fuck your opinion. But Cody comes out to a chorus of boos during his massive fucking entrance. And then Sammy gets a decent pop back. David Crockett is ringside to present the winner of the winner of the TNT Championship. Sammy starts out. It was pretty cool. Sammy starts out pretty fucking hot, and he goes for the GTH quickly before clotheslining Cody to the outside. Cody goes to goes outside and regains his composure, and the crowd is so loud with their Cody sucks chants. Cody then you have some fight to the outside. Cody fucking power bombs Sammy into the crowd.
Dude, and the crowd sold it too. I don't know if you noticed that.
It's definitely those were definitely plant people in the front row, right?
I'm sure, but like
fuck was that cool. It was an awesome spot. Then you have some great back and forth. Cody hits a crossroads, and the crowd is almost numb at this point to what's happening. Sammy kicks out at like 2 3/4, 2 7/8 even. It was fucking awesome. There was a kid in the front row, hard cam on the left hand side, that when it was like a kick out at 2, he jumped in the air with his arms straight in the fucking air. It was so good. After that you had a "This is awesome" chant. You had Sammy Guevara reverse a top rope reverse suplex, and then hit the GTH for a near fall. I'm enjoying the shit out of the match at this point. Then you have Sammy go for the 630, which Cody gets his knees up to block, and then he hits a pair of crossroads and then a Tiger Driver for the victory to be the 3-time TNT champion. Let's start with Lillard. Zach, what'd you feel about this, my friend?
I'm fucking annoyed about the outcome. I'll be completely honest. I'm sick of seeing fucking Cody come through the middle. The only guy that comes through the middle. If you're going to come down the middle, make it a fucking championship title holder thing at least. Like, why is he the only one that bothers the fuck out of me? So to start,
that's what I have written down immediately about this match. It's like, I definitely get it. I get it here because it's the main event of Rampage, and it's also for the TNT Championship on TNT. You want to come out of the middle? Whatever, dude. I'll let you do it.
Sammy should.
I don't want you doing it, but I don't want you coming out of the middle when you don't have a match on an hour show and you do a 5-minute walkout and I only have 44 minutes of airtime. You know what I mean?
Over it.
Right.
I'm over it.
And you spend 5 of that fucking walking around while no one wants you to be there. And that's what the main thing about it is that it's not like it's, oh, Cody sucks. Like, oh, you suck. Just go away. No, it's like go away heat. People are over it.
It feels like the Cody show, bro. And I'm good on that, dude. Like, it feels like him walking out through the middle, in my opinion, states that he thinks he's fucking better than everybody.
Yeah.
And that's just not how I feel. And I feel like it's unfair.
It feels like a super Triple H complex.
Everything that he does is very Triple H complex, bro. Like, it reminds me of Triple H so much, and I feel like that's the guy that he hates.
But
he's been very vocal about loving Triple H.
Yeah. But it's just like the beginning with him smashing the Triple H chair with the sledgehammer and shit, like just openly trying to shit on him, but then like behind closed doors, he's like, "Oh, nah, I love him." Like, it just seems weird to me.
I mean, but in that locker room, whenever Cody's coming in, there isn't a whole lot of people you're going to look up to in that locker room other than like Undertaker, Triple H.
Yeah,
and a handful of people. And I imagine that Cody is one of those people that Triple H was like very high on.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and that's fair.
When Cody coming in, he had so much promise. Like, everyone wanted Cody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And he just got fucking passed around to everybody to try to make something out of it. But like, just like the shit with Dusty, like, he can't deal with people that have lisps, and he just isn't going to fucking let Cody cut a promo, so nothing's going to happen.
I have it in my notes. We saw a sign last week, heel Cody equals ratings, and I fucking back that 100%, and I think that would change my mind a little bit with like just this annoyance that I have with like the same repeated shit, honestly. And I think that something's just got to fucking switch up with him, in my opinion. I mean, you guys agree?
Yeah, I think that there could have been a moment in the Diamond Casino Battle Royal, because the heel Cody that we remember is Cody with a ring, kiss my ring, shit he did in Ring of Honor, which is just fucking flawless work.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of those places and one of those moments that you could have made it happen. You give him the ring, let him just go back to that piece of shit that everyone loved. And it could have worked, but then again, I don't want that ring to get off of MJF. I want MJF to have that piece for as long as he wants to carry it.
Yeah.
But that's because it's a part of the gimmick now. It's very much like William Regal with brass knuckles. Like, you want MJF to have the ring. Yep. You want that spot to where it's like he does everything, anything and everything to almost win, to cheat, to lie, to steal the old school Eddie way, and then he can't just get it done. So he pulls out a ring, punches him, puts him in a headlock takeover, and pins his ass. You love it. You fucking hate to love it. You love to hate it. It's good shit. And there's no one else you want to do that rather than him. But not to get off on how great MJF is, but like Cody in this scenario, the main thing that bothered me about this match is the finish. And it's not that it was done poorly. I hate that pro wrestling has taken such a step into let's do 12 finishers in this match and just kill every fucking. It
makes the finisher mean nothing to me.
It makes it mean nothing because, like, I just can't believe if a match is you're doing 2 Spanish flies and there's not saying this match particular, like, but you do 2 Spanish flies, a Canadian destroyer, and you want me to believe that a DDT is the finish? Like, I just can't. It's really hard for me a lot of times to like see all these insane maneuvers pulled out that a lot of companies have banned because they're so unsafe. And you're kicking out right at 2 to pile drivers on aprons and shit. Like, it just doesn't, it kind of kills it for me. And like, it felt like that in this match.
If I'm not mistaken, Sammy hit a crossroads and Cody didn't no-sell it, but it didn't feel like it was a, it didn't feel like he was stealing a finish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it didn't feel like it meant anything.
It felt like it was just like, oh, Sammy hit a crossroads. Cody's getting up to fucking hit him with 2 crossroads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But isn't that how like their first match
Cody
ended?
Rolling out,
That's how their first match ended, was like a crossroads. So they kind of like revisited that with like the 2 7/8 kick out. And
then you had Sammy doing a lot of Rhodes spots.
Do the power bomb, or the power slam rather. Then you had like the drop under uppercut.
Yep, you have that spot. He tried to go for like the disaster kick as well. That Cody I think it's called disaster kick. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. He goes to the disaster kick, or Sammy does to Cody rather, and Cody ducks underneath and then goes for the springboard diamond cutter, which I thought it was sick because he tried to steal his move, so I'm going to steal yours. And even though it has been a move that we've seen Cody pull out now a few times, it still feels special that Sammy's taking his spots, so why shouldn't I take one of yours? You know? So, like, you kind of get like a tick for tat in this match, which I enjoyed. I hope, however, in this finish that we do get something really great out of Cody being the champion, right? Like, at this point, it's got to feel like Cody,
in my opinion.
Like, it's got to feel like Cody's got to be a transitional champion, right? Like, why would, unless you're trying to put that championship on another face that the crowd actually enjoys, you wouldn't give the belt to Cody. Because if you don't want to hurt Sammy as a face, you don't want to hurt the other person, so that way people have to choose between the two. The best way to do it is make Sammy drop the belt to someone who everyone unanimously hates, and figure out what the fuck you're going to do with it. I feel like Cody could go heel in having this championship if he loses it. If he doesn't after this, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to be. We're going to be walking a straight John Cena hustle, loyalty, respect line of Cody Rhodes forever.
I'm going to fucking lose my shit if that happens.
But I wouldn't doubt it. You know, like, look what he's doing in the long run for the company. I mean, he's got so much shit that he's doing. Him and his wife both just doing anything and everything for this company. It just feels like it would be weird for someone that's trying to be the spokesperson for it, be that heel, to be that asshole, but still run the Go Big Show and his show on TNT and
I feel like it'll get him
be
over
the bad guy.
I feel like it'll get him over a little more in the long run because people respect that he took that turn and could do it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I just feel like I don't know if they want to pull the trigger on it. Because, I mean, how long has The Miz said that he wanted his own television show? It took them fucking a decade to give it to him.
So we're comparing Cody to Miz?
Cody just dipped out and said, fuck it, I'm getting my own one. Let's get it. Listen, let's not get on a fucking tangent here. Let's get to our ratings.
Yeah.
Court, what you got?
I went 3.
Oh, dude. Zach, what'd you go?
I don't want to say it because I'm fucking annoyed. It was a goddamn good match, and I gave it 3 1/4.
Yeah.
Actually, I gave it 3 1/4 too.
Good.
I did too.
Good. I went 3.5. I really enjoyed it. I actually talked to Zach and I said I was going 3 3/4 because this fucking ruled. The Tiger Driver at the end is just the weird part for me.
Why?
What's the purpose, right?
Why?
Regardless, this was a great match. Then you have David Crockett come out and, you know, he hands Cody the TNT Championship. You have them pose, they go off air that way. I just don't know what you're supposed to do past this.
What's next, dude? Like, what's next that we haven't already fucking seen from face?
It's gotta be a debuting person showing up and challenging Cody. I feel like it just has to be that way. Like, if, say, Malachi Black goes for the championship against Cody and he fails to do so, and then you have Brody King come and then Brody takes it. Or, like, because I feel like it has to be done. It has to be done so delicately because you're walking a very thin fucking line right here.
We're gonna have to make it quick, in my opinion. Like,
but they already know what they're doing. There's no way they would have made this decision without already having the next 3 months every single show lined out just the way they want it to get to the inevitable of us enjoying.
Real quick, after the air, they had Hook come out and slap Cody, and they teased coming back to Greensboro for them to face each other.
What?
They did that after the match, like after they went off air.
What the hell? How did we... Why wasn't that fucking televised, motherfuckers?
Well,
you know how much that would have made me less mad?
Yeah.
What the hell?
They had, also, I think in the beginning of that video, I think I like watched like 1 minute of it. He said something like, "Oh, after that match, my heel is hurting," and that's just some good shit, man.
Wait,
he like starts kicking his leg. He's like, "My
that?
heel." He said after that match, my heel is hurting, and he started kicking his foot.
Huh?
I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, man.
What a cornball.
Because like everyone's booing him for like everything he says, and then he's like, "So did y'all have fun tonight?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then he said something else, and they're like, "Boo." And he was like, "All right, I fucking give up." He gave the
I'm kind of pissed. That makes me feel a little better about the whole storytelling then.
Yeah, but like, how long is it going to be until we see that? You know what I mean? Like, that could be a year down the road. They're teasing going back to Greensboro. That's a while out.
Maybe, like, I'd say within the next 6 months, though. They've been coming to North Carolina heavily.
Yeah, they need to go out west. That's the issue with AEW is, like, you have to venture out west. Like, they've really been, like, Chicago and Minnesota. That's really as far out west as they've gone
Midwest,
since coming back.
East Coast.
That's it, you know? So the sooner that they get out west, they'll be in a better spot. But, man, they've run the Carolinas a ton. They have Charlotte for the second time coming up.
Great.
For sure, right? They have Charlotte for the second time coming up. They just ran Greensboro. They have Raleigh coming up at the PNC Arena. I mean, like, you're sitting in the Carolinas quite a bit. And And then you also have like Miami and Jacksonville that they've run, Orlando for Revolution. I'm not complaining, right? These are only a few hours away from where we are. So the drives are easy, but like I feel like you're really going to lose like a huge like viewership that just aren't able to go to live shows.
Fair, yeah.
So it's tough. Jeff said dub C dub, talking about WCW. It's just a unique situation for sure. Anything else you guys wanted to add before we jump on out of here, fellas?
Yeah, I every other note made sure to write down a bulletin that said "fuck Cody," just because of how fucking annoyed I was about it, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's my true feelings currently in town.
I love that. I love it. Courtland, anything else to add?
Not just, small plugs. Check out Up and Over podcast this week. We'll be doing the 2021 year-end review.
For sure.
That's very big for a lot of us. I believe we are going to do a live chat right here on YouTube. So you can join in and get in the chat with us and tell us your favorite matches and your sleeper matches and promotion of the year and various other topics we'll be talking about. We'd appreciate everyone for being here. This has been definitely some of the best parts of my year. Between having my daughter and having this podcast, I can't imagine having this year end up any better than it already has for me.
There's Zach again.
Dude, I gotta get a better setup.
No, for sure, Courtland.
Yeah, I just want to say, I've been trying to do this podcast for Up and Over for 2 years, I believe. And I've hit up Layla, I hit up Mike, I hit up Ethan, I hit up everybody to do this originally years ago. And it just felt like no one was ever around at the same time or ready or didn't think that someone would be as serious as we all individually are about pro wrestling and our true love for this insane industry that is literally taking over our lives. There isn't a better group of people I would want to do this with. And I just want to thank everyone for being along this crazy ride. And there's a lot of things that we have planned and lined up for 2022.
2022.
And once that stuff starts rolling out, man, we're going to kick into high gear, dude. And I can't wait to do it with a better group of people that I have in front of me right now.
Straight up.
Well, there's always love here. Zach, anything you want to add before I dip us on out of here?
I just want to say if you're watching, constantly keep watching. We're going to continue doing cool shit, and we're going to fucking have hot takes. We're going to piss you off. We're going to make you happy. And we're going to make you fucking laugh, baby. And let's keep this shit rolling in 2022.
Part of the journey, baby.
Yes, sir.
Guys, if you're still here, thanks. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no, dude. We're doing a vlog, baby. We're hitting a vlog, Raleigh, North Carolina, the Dynamite and Rampage. We're going to videotape us doing dumb shit, I imagine, inside this hotel room.
Yeah. It's a lot of us that are going to be meeting up for that, so that should be a blast.
I'm very excited for that to start rolling out in just little pieces. So be on the lookout for that and follow us on all those socials.
All in the description below. But guys, if you are still here, thank you for listening to another week of the Pro Wrestling Truth Recaps, AEW Rampage. We appreciate you tuning in for an hour of your time on a Christmas day. For Courtland, for Zach, for the missing Ethan, Pat, for Casey, for everybody that's a part of Up and Over, for everybody that's a part of the Pro Wrestling Truth. Crew. Appreciate y'all stopping in, and we will see you next week. Enjoy yourselves, y'all.
Peace.